So welcome. So this practice, I had some inspiration come through in my last video in which I focused on inhaling God and exhaling God. So I thought we could bring in this quality of inhaling and exhaling different qualities of faith. But then my mind looped to the Yamas and Niyamas, which for me are kind of like faith in action in a way. So the Yamas are the restraints of yoga, the Niyamas are observances. So for this class, we'll be inhaling Sauca or purity. I find the Niyamas a lot more related to self-care, so we want to focus on inhaling this quality of Sauca, purity, self-care, and exhaling the Yama of Ahimsa, nonharming. You may also hear me kind of flip that into a more positive connotation. Sometimes I'm not crazy about how the Yamas are non. How about what we can do? So sometimes you'll hear me flip Ahimsa or non-harming to loving kindness. So we'll be inhaling purity and exhaling loving kindness. So I invite you to begin lying down on your back. If you have a bolster or a rolled up blanket to use for this beginning little pranayama practice, you can bring that in. It kind of creates a lot of heart opening and maybe 2 blocks for this practice. So finding your way onto your back. And if you're using a rolled up blanket, a pillow, or a bolster, you want to have that kind of nestle right underneath the middle of your back. So if this works for you, great. If it doesn't, just lie flat on your back. Maybe the knees draw in a little bit, the feet a little wider, the arms resting by the sides, palms rolled up towards sky. Really let your shoulders melt back. Once you arrive into your chosen shape, just take a moment to check in with how you're feeling physically, emotionally, mentally as you come to the mat. We'll be addressing all of those qualities and more through our practice. So let's begin with your next inhale. Inhale in that quality of purity. Exhaling quality of loving kindness. Inhale, maybe you sense a brightness across your heart or maybe at the crown of your head, purity. Exhaling, a softening all around your heart, non-harming or loving kindness. A few more times with your own breath. Inhaling purity, exhaling loving kindness. Create a softness across your face. Just this fullness of your breath. Inhaling purity. In the oxygen that you breathe, in the thoughts that you think, in what you place your attention to. Exhaling, non-harming towards self and others. Another full breath cycle or 2. Inhaling purity, exhaling loving kindness. And then when you're ready, just mindfully, if you were using a prop, let it go. And just lie all the way back onto your back now. If you were using a prop, notice any difference in your body settling a little closer to the mat towards earth. And we'll begin with gentle movements. So let's begin by drawing the right knee in towards the chest. Give it a good squeeze. This quality of purity is also associated with the physical quality of purity and cleansing, clearing. So we'll be working a little bit on creating a massaging action in the belly and bringing in some twists to our physical practice. Inhale, purity. Exhale, melt shoulders, melt back of the heart. Not harming, loving kindness. As you inhale, feel that purity come across your face, down into your lungs, into your heart. As you exhale, feel that loving kindness just spreading through your body and beyond. And then some more dynamic movement to help us warm up. Rest your left hand down by your side. Hold on to your knee with your right hand and start making little circles. Any way that serves you here. Again, we're creating that massaging action. Speaking of non-harming, let the ponytail go. Creating that massaging action in our belly. And starting our practice with a nice warm-up. Another gesture of non-harming to our physical body. And then take your hands and wrap them around the back of that right thigh. Inhale, reach up towards sky, nice bent knee. Exhale, let it go, point the toe. Inhale, lightness maybe shining onto that foot or into the tightness of your hamstrings. Exhale, non-harming. Let it all go. Couple more times. And lots of breath linking movements to keep you focused on your intention. Inhaling purity, exhaling non-harming. And when that feels complete, reach up, set the arms down, and more little circles. Feel that massaging action into the belly, into the back. And move in ways that you feel intuitively guided to. Kind of be kind to your body, gradually warm up. Maybe you make those circles a little bigger, drawing that knee out to the side. And then cross the knees right on top of each other. Take your arms into a little bit of a T-type movement. And we'll start by just rocking both legs over towards the right. So a little stretch in the outside of the left thigh. Feel a nice length in your sacrum, your low back. Inhaling purity, exhaling loving kindness, softening across the shoulders, the back of the heart. Anywhere where you feel a little resistance in the body, send it this gesture of loving kindness. And then come back to neutral. We might scoot our hips over an inch or two to the right. Take a little gentle twist your way. So if this feels like too much sensation for you, another option here is to take that foot and just stack it onto the opposite leg, opening into the hip. So again, listen to your body. Take any version of a twist here. Maybe you take your left hand and place it onto your belly, coming back to that full breath. Inhaling purity. What are you feeding your body? Mentally, physically, spiritually. Exhaling loving kindness. How are you sending that into the world? Remember our Niyamas, this Sauca, purity, self-care. How are you caring for yourself? Yama, Ahimsa. How are you caring for yourself and the world? When you're ready, mindfully come back to center. Give that right knee a hug. This time let that left leg straighten. Big inhale into the crown, the chest, purity. Exhaling, melting the body, the bones. Ahimsa, nonharming. And then when you're ready, maybe straighten both legs for a moment, a little mini shavasana. Observe any subtle differences in the two sides of your body. Does one side feel a little bit more pure? And we'll take this gentle warm up to the other side. So go ahead and hug your left knee in towards your chest. Relax your shoulders. Again, inhaling purity. Exhaling non-harming. Ahimsa. Really feel the fullness of your breath, be that fullness of this expression, this quality of faith, self-care, being in the world. And then hold on to that left knee, relax the right arm, little circles with the left knee, any way that serves you. And creating a little purity for our digestive system, giving the belly a little massage. And then hold behind the left leg. Inhale, reach up, flex toe, purity, shining down into the tightness of your hamstrings. Exhale, point the toe, loving kindness. Keep it going with your own breath cycle. Can we just approach that little bit of tightness in our hamstrings with loving kindness, non-harming? The sense that we're bringing the light, purity of awareness into those hamstrings. And then reach that leg up. Relax the arms, little circles with that leg. A little sense of purity into the belly. Non-harming into the back, warming it up so gently. Maybe bigger circle getting into the hip. Keep breathing. And then cross knees over each other, left leg on top. Arms out in that big open gesture, open-heartedness. Rock your knees towards the left. Little stretch in the outer hip. Feel a length in the tailbone. Only going as far as your body is guiding you into. Non-harming. And then come back to center. Give the hips a little shift to the left. Come into your version of a twist. Again, if this feels too bound, you can unravel the legs. You could just set that foot on top of the other thigh. Take the shape that serves you, that you're creating just a little twist. Maybe that right hand comes into your left side waist or your belly as you deepen that breath. Inhaling purity. With every inhale we nourish. With every exhale we let go. We hold a little tightly, hold a little less tightly, and allow ourselves to be in the world with a little bit more loving kindness. And when you're ready, unravel. Hug that left knee in, extend the right leg towards earth. Inhaling purity. Exhaling non-harming, Ahimsa. And feel that Ahimsa. Non-harming, not as just a word, but as a quality of spreading out into the world. We've purified. Now we can be kinder to ourselves and kinder to the world. When you're ready, hug the legs in. Make little circles. Again, that idea of purifying the belly. Circle in a way that serves you. And this next movement, really practicing Ahimsa, non-harming, only if this would be a movement that would serve your body. Your back is a little tender, just stay right here. If you're feeling it, you could hug those knees in, curl yourself into a little ball. Feel that quality of purity, massaging, but also tempered with the yama of non-harming. When that feels complete, relax the shoulders, set the feet down. Set your feet as wide as your mat. And we'll do one final movement here on our back. So again, arms out into that gesture of loving kindness, heart open, back supported. So really slowly with our breath. Inhale, rock the knees to the left, sense purity running down the left side of your body. Exhale, slowly come back to center, non-harming. Inhale, rock the knees to the left, sense that purity running down the right side of your body. Exhale, return. Keep it going. Inhaling purity, full breath. Exhale, loving kindness, sensation filling your whole body. Just a few more times with your own breath. Inhaling purity. Exhaling non-harming. So when that feels complete, bring your feet a little closer together. Set your arms down by your sides. Just take a full breath. And we'll prepare to transition. So let's gently roll to either side. And we're going to find our way into our tabletop position. Just going to move my blocks to the front of my mat for later. to find your way into your tabletop. So your shoulders are over the wrists, the knees are stacked up over the hips. Find a nice, stable posture there. And we're going to take ourselves into our cat and cow. So as you inhale, soften that belly, lift your heart, lift the crown of your head. Purity. Exhale, arch your spine, non-harming. Inhaling into your cow, lift your heart, sense grace wash across your face. Exhale, non-harming, feel that emotion spreading out from your back into the world. Keep it flowing, inhaling purity, light, and grace. Exhaling, non-harming. Keep it going. For me, the back of the heart is a place where we tend to guard, hold. So often we focus on the front of the heart being that gesture that we show the world. But maybe we could also include the back of the heart and all around the heart in this little gesture of loving kindness. Few more rounds. And when that feels complete, just walk your hands forward just a little further and we'll continue to warm ourselves up. So nice, slow, mindful hip circles. Inhale, circle to the left, bring in that quality of purity. Exhaling up the right, maybe pass it out to the side of your body, loving kindness. Inhaling purity. Exhaling loving kindness. Move in a way that serves you. Really feel like you're just sipping in that purity, like it's filling into the left side of your body. Then you can send it out to the right, loving kindness. And when you're ready, change the direction of those hip circles. Inhale to the right, purity. Exhale, loving kindness. Invite the full breath. That quality of faith. How do we treat ourselves? Self-care. And how do we translate that moving out towards the world? So when that feels complete, we're just going to come down onto our bellies. So once you arrive, kind of reach back with your toes. Take your arms right around your shoulders. I'm going to really warm into our cobra by making some little circles with our hands. So circle your hands and guide into the smallest cobra imaginable. I've been really working with this nice way to strengthen the back. Provide a little loving kindness to our shoulders. And also to feel that your floor isn't all that pure. All good. So when that feels complete, take your arms out to the sides a little bit, tent your fingers, and we'll just come up a little higher into our cobra if that serves you. So on an inhale, lift up purity. Exhale, lower down, loving kindness. Inhale, feel that grace spread across the front of your heart, your face. Exhale, set down. Again, practicing non-harming, only go up as high as your body is asking you to. And then maybe you get a little playful with this and make some little circles. Again, just warming the upper body, moving in ways that serve us. If you're making those circles, take them in both directions. And when that feels complete, lower down. Stretch your arms forward, really stretch long from fingers to toes. And then we're going to rest for a moment in crocodile. So holding opposite elbows, the toes come a little wider, resting forehead on forearms. And if this position doesn't serve you, you can always come back into child's pose. I invite you to do a little center to peripheral breathing here. As you inhale, send your breath right into the front of your heart space, purity. Exhale, send that breath awareness out into the elbows, the toes, even the crown and the tailbone. You might imagine yourself like a six-pointed star here. Inhaling to the center, purity. Exhaling out, loving kindness. Keep going. I'm just going to rise up so I can read you a poem. This is a purposeful pause in our practice to just breathe deeply. Stillness in our practice really helps us feel purity. Maybe visualize yourself as just a vessel, drawing in this fresh, pure air, exhaling loving kindness. So this is a poem I wrote a bit ago, and it's called The Vessel. It seemed to apply to this practice. So keep that full breathing going, quality of just surrendering right here, right now. I stand before you naked, not devoid of clothing, but free from ideas, beliefs, roles, expectations, even dreams. I stand or lie before you empty, like the dried up creek bed, not mourning the water and life that once teemed through me, but pregnant with potential for what may come. I stand before you like a crystal clear lake, kissed by the sun on a cloudless day. Still, so I may feel the gentleness of the wind as it stirs the lake, as the clouds move in to rain down on the dry creek bed. Still, so that I may hear the still, small voice, so that my body, mind, and heart will know that is simply a vessel. I stand before you, so I'll be ready to receive the next right action that is not mine at all, but yours. I am the vessel, patiently waiting to do your work. So when you're ready, we'll be rising up to Sphinx pose. So maybe your toes just get a little bit closer together. We'll come up on one elbow and then the other. This idea that we've kind of emptied ourselves, got close to the earth, and then we'll be rising up. So if this position doesn't serve you, you can be a little lower. You can stay in your crocodile. If it serves you, lift your face, the crown of your head a little bit more. Inhale, purity. Exhale, loving kindness. all the way around your heart. And taking the time to be still so that we can be more clear, more pure about our intentions and how we move into this world. When you're ready, tuck your chin. Take your hands back under your shoulders. Press yourself up. And then just coming into child's pose. So still staying a little low to the earth for a few more breaths. Come into child's pose, expression of child's pose that serves your body best. Continue to breathe in purity. Exhale, loving kindness. In this way, without really naming our practice as Christian yoga, we just use our bodies to pray. And prayer is really just intentionally moving and breathing. Connecting to something greater than ourselves. So when you're ready, come up to your table. We'll be preparing to rise up into downward facing dog. So walk your hands forward a bit, spread those fingers, tuck your toes. On your next exhale, lift up into your downward facing dog. And bend your knees as much as you need to here. Can you still keep that focus around your heart even though you're upside down here? So breathe in that quality of purity, maybe rising up through your crown into the heart. Exhaling, send that quality of loving kindness out through the back of your heart, the sides, the front of your heart. And when those feet forward towards your hands, our knees are soft and we slowly rise on up to find our mountain pose. Have your feet be whatever distance feels just right to you. Bring your hands maybe to your heart. Stand even taller, relax your shoulders. Inhaling purity right into your heart space. Exhaling loving kindness. Like you're drawing in the rays of the sun right into your heart, that pure quality of sunlight. And then you send it right on out, as you don't want to keep it all to yourself. Send that exhale out all around you. Loving kindness. So now we'll do just a little arm salutation. So we're going to inhale up. Exhale, take your hands in prayer to your third eye between your brows. Just take a full breath here. Asking for pure thoughts that align with this quality of loving kindness. To your lips, ask for pure speech, which sometimes the purest form of speech is no speech at all, just listening. And hands in prayer down to the heart. Inhale, send out purity. Open your arms, big gesture of loving kindness to the world. Beautiful. Back to the heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, third eye. Pure thoughts. Pure speech. Pure heart. Inhale forward, moving out into the world with a big open heart. Beautiful. Come back to center. And let's try, begin to move into some lateral movements. So inhale up. If it serves you, you can take that temple mudra, pointing the pointer fingers up towards sky, pointing towards source. Inhale up, purity. Exhale, little lateral side bend to the right. Inhale up, purity. Exhale, send that loving kindness over to the left. Keep it going with your own breath. Fill with purity. Exhale, send out loving kindness. And like a little moving meditation, this whole practice is a moving meditation. And then whatever side you're on, maybe you hold it for breath. If this temple mudra isn't serving you, you can let one arm come down. Inhale that purity up through the side of your body. Let it shine out through your heart as loving kindness as you exhale. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale over to the other side. Make sure this is comfortable on your body, non-harming. Rise up. Let it go. Maybe roll those shoulders back a time or two. Take the hands back to your heart. And I'm going to move into some half sun salutations. Inhale up, quality of purity, feet as wide as they need to be for you. Exhale, bow forward like you could just touch the earth in a non-harming way. Inhale, halfway lift, firm belly, purity. Exhale, touch the earth, non-harming. Inhale, rise on up, purity. Exhale, non-harming towards self. Let's do that again. Inhale. Just feel it. I don't need to name it. Feel these qualities. Return to center. An expansive breath. And for this next variation of half sun salutations, you might want a yoga block, a book, or something in front of you. So I'll guide you. This is going to take us into all the different movements of the spine. Inhale up. Exhale, lateral side bend to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, lateral side bend to the left. Firm belly, tailbone a little heavy. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. You can drop the head. Look up. And then on your next inhale, left hand centers to the block, right hand reaches to the sky. You can bend that left knee a little bit. Just take a breath or two here, feeling that expansion, that space around the heart and lungs. Come back to center, change hands. Inhale, sweep the arm to the left. The right knee can bend a bit. Spaciousness. Come back down. Bend knees, rise up. Return. And let's take that one more time, maybe moving just a little faster. Inhale. Exhale, laterally bend to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, laterally to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, open to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, open to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, return. Take a breath or two. Can you feel your breath filling you from your feet to your crown and all around your body? Sense of purity, exhaling, loving kindness. Beautiful. So from here, you might want to place your 2 blocks to the top of your mat. I'm going to start moving just a little bit more dynamically. So start in your mountain. Your blocks are in front of you. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then step forward with your right foot, back with your left foot. So we're going to take a little kind of dynamic movement here. So drop that knee. Inhale, lift your heart, sense grace and light all over your face. Exhale, fold forward into a pyramid shape. So inhale, purity. We have to be willing to receive the blessing, the grace. Exhale, bow, a little sense of humility. Keep it going with your own breath. I've always liked that song by Tim McGraw. Humble, always be humble and kind. Humble and kind really embodies for me loving kindness, non-harming. It's not all about us. So the next time you come into your lunge, keep that knee elevated, and we're going to take a twist, coming back to those twists to bring in purity into our physical body. We're going to take a left hand to the block, sweep the right hand to the sky. Take a little twist, and that knee can be down on the floor, whatever serves you. Breathe. And then bring it back down. We're just going to root that back foot. We're prepping for warrior 1. So set your feet up, little space between the feet, bend into the front knee, and then when you're ready, you can press away from your blocks, rise up. Take a little check-in with your hips. Feel your warrior stance, front knee bent, back heel back further than the toes. And then we're going to create a little flow here. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come into prayer at that third eye. Just take a breath or two here, feeling that purity in your own thoughts. Hands in prayer to the lips. Purity of speech. And to the heart. Inhale, reach out, feel this connection to your core. Exhale, open the palms. Take it back. Let's try that a time or two. This is a nice connection to your core. So feel your feet rooted, tailbone heavy, belly strong. Inhale out. Exhale, open those arms. 2 more times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, open. 1 more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, open. And hold. So you could hold right here, palms up. You might like the way cactus arms feels in your body. Just any gesture of an open-hearted warrior. We are warriors, but we're light warriors. Bringing a little bit more light, purity, and loving kindness to this world. When you're ready, inhale up. Exhale, come down. You can use your blocks. Step the feet together. Inhale, rise all the way up and back to your own heart. Just take a breath or two before we do this little sequence on the other side. Soften your face. Soften your heart. Allow yourself to be still. To simply be a vessel. When you're ready, we'll take it on the other side. So inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. This time we're going to step back with the right foot into our high lunge, but we're going to lower that knee down. Start the flow. Inhale, lift heart. Let grace and light shine down on you. Exhale, pyramid. Humble. Keep it flowing, moving with your own breath, embodying purity in your lunge, loving kindness, non-harming, humility and kindness in your forward fold. And then next time, settle for your high lunge. Nice firm back leg. We're gonna root the right hand to the block. Sweep the left hand to the sky for your twist on the other side. Again, if this doesn't serve you, you can lower that knee down. Full breath. Bring it down. Root that back foot. Walk the left foot over a little bit, prepping for our warrior one. Press away from your blocks, rise up. Just check in with your stance. If you feel a little heaviness in your tail and engagement in your belly. Once you feel grounded, sweep your arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, pause, hands in prayer to that third eye center. Breathe purity into your mind. Hands in prayer to the lips. Purity in your face, your speech. Maybe a little turn up to the corner of those lips. Meet the world with that gesture. Bring it to your heart. And we'll start a little flow. Inhale, arms forward, engage your core a bit. Exhale, open. Gesture of loving kindness. Sweep it back in. Inhale, forward. Exhale, open. One more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, open. And hold in your open-hearted warrior. Can you choose an arm expression that makes you feel like an open-hearted warrior? Inhaling purity. Exhaling, shining out loving kindness. Light warriors. Inhale up. Exhale, come back down to the blocks. Step the feet together. Bend into the knees. and rise all the way up back into your warrior. I'm sorry, your mountain. We can be a warrior in our mountain. Same kind of feeling. Stand tall in these qualities, these founding qualities of yoga philosophy, Sauca and Ahimsa. So we'll just take one more little mandala, so to speak, on our mat. Inhale up, exhale, big step back with your right foot. So we're finding our way into a crescent lunge or high lunge. Reach your arms to the sky. Breathe. And then we're going to take another twist. So let's take our left arm back behind us, our right arm forward. So we're in this kind of asymmetrical movement here. Practicing loving kindness. Take your left hand to your sacrum. Take your right hand to your thigh. Get long in your spine and take a little twist to the left. Really breathe deeply. Feel that expansion into your lungs, your heart. Come back to center. Rise up. Root that back foot and turn to the long edge of your mat for your 5-pointed star. Inhale. Purity. Exhale. Send out loving kindness. Feel yourself like a receptor of sunlight and also a reflector of sunlight. Set those arms down. And we'll just take that movement to the back of the mat. So right toe turns to the back of your mat. Find yourself in your lunge. Reach on up to the sky. Plenty of softness in that back knee. Lift that heart up. And then we'll take our twist. So we'll take that kind of asymmetrical movement. Left hand back, right hand forward, little forward bend. You might just stay right here. Or you could take your left hand to your sacrum, non-harming, nice safe place. Right hand to the outside of the thigh. Take a little twist to the back of your mat. Broadness across your shoulders. Feel that breath fill into both of your lungs here, all the way into your belly. And unravel. Come back up. Root that left foot. And maybe come into a little flowing goddess pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. This gesture of purity, reaching up for sunlight, for source. Exhaling down towards earth, non-harming. Never harming earth and all of its children, including ourselves. And when that feels complete, to set your arms down, to heel the feet in a little closer together, and just come into your mountain pose. Breathe deeply and feel. So from here, we're gonna start slowing things down. So come to the top of your mat. We can inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Come onto your hands and your knees. Maybe a little sway of the hips. Little gaze left, little gaze right. Broadening our perspective. And then when that feels complete, just melt on down into your child's pose once again. Inhaling purity, exhaling loving kindness. When you're ready, come back to hands and knees. And we're just going to be transitioning down onto our backs. If you have a block, a pillow, or a blanket, you might use that for some gentle inversions that we'll be coming into. So let's lie on down. Maybe just take a pelvic tilt or two just to reset our low back. Maybe your hands are on your belly. Inhale, fill that belly, sense of purity. Exhaling, press the belly, the back down, non-harming. Lengthen and love your back. Inhaling purity, arch that spine up. Exhaling, loving kindness, lengthen spine. Just another time or two. And when that feels complete, bring your spine into neutral. Have your feet be right underneath your knees. And we can come right away into closing out our practice with some gentle inversions. So we're going to set that block, blanket or pillow right underneath the lowest part of the spine for supported bridge pose. Arms rest by the sides, the palms are rolled up, the shoulder blades just nestle right down. You can have that block at whatever height serves you. Come back to our mantra. Hopefully you're not tired of it yet, but having a focal point in our practice just gives us that focus and helps us take these qualities with us. So inhaling purity, exhaling Ahimsa, loving kindness. Inhale, feel as if your face is just graced with this lightness, the purest light moving into your heart. And as you exhale, the back of your heart, all your resistance surrenders so that you can practice loving kindness with an open heart. Completely soften your face and jaw. Inhaling purity. Exhaling loving kindness. So either stay right in this shape if it serves you, or you could go into a little deeper inversion. I like to flip my block the other way. Balance challenge, taking the legs up. So your way, you could be staying right in your supported bridge or bringing the legs up. Take your arms to a place that serves you, maybe out to the sides, maybe your cactus arms. Again, find a place of ease, non-harming. And as you breathe deeply, I'm just going to ask you to contemplate a few things. So coming back to purity. How have you been purifying your mind? What thoughts have you been entertaining? What type of information has been coming into your mind, your thoughts? And with no judgment, just consider, how have I been purifying? Or what type of pure thoughts have I been inviting in, or not so pure thoughts? And that's okay too. When we think of purity, we can think of, how are we feeding ourselves? How are we feeding ourselves physically? How are we feeding ourselves mentally, intellectually, spiritually? And without any judgment, just contemplate these questions. How have you been feeding yourself? Physically, mentally, energetically, intellectually, and spiritually. And just know that by taking this inverted shape, we've really worked on purifying quite a few of our layers of existence. So whenever you're ready, just mindfully release. I'm going to stay with a little support, so come back to that supported bridge, or if you were in supported bridge all along, stay there. And then just a little release into our psoas, purifying the section of our body. So hug one knee in, extend the other leg long. If it doesn't serve to still have the block there, practice non-harming, release it. Some repeating shapes. Inhale from the crown. Let it wash across your face, your heart. Exhaling, loving kindness to this whole body. And extending all around you, out to the crown, out to the foot, all around your periphery. So that you've taken such good care of yourself. Now you're capable of caring for the world. Changing size. Continue to breathe fully and deeply. Soften face, soften shoulders. And then come back to your supported bridge shape. We'll lift the hips and ever so gently set that tailbone like we really care about this part of our body, nice and slow. Maybe widen out your feet a little bit. Maybe rock those legs from side to side. And whenever that feels complete to you, just setting yourself up into Shavasana. Add any movements that are required for your body, or just find stillness. You can bring a bolster underneath your thighs. You could cover up your body. Find ease, sense of surrender. And maybe just a few times focus on those qualities, and then we'll just let it go. Inhale into your heart center, purity. Exhale, soften the back of your heart, open the front of your heart, send out loving kindness. Inhale till you're full of the purest energy possible. Exhale, feel that it's so pure you want to share it. Loving kindness. And then let that breath focus fall away to just a complete softness of breath, softness of presence. Stay in your Shavasana. I'd like to bless you one more time with another reading that I felt helped to embody these two qualities of purity and loving kindness. And this is a poem by Clarissa Pinkola Estes entitled "Stand Up and Show Your Soul." Ours is not the task of fixing the entire world all at once, but of stretching out to mend the part of the world that is within our reach. Any small, calm thing that one soul can do to help another soul, to assist some portion of this poor, suffering world, will help immensely. It is not given to us to know which acts or by whom will cause the critical mass to tip toward an enduring good. One of the most calming and powerful actions you can do to intervene in a stormy world is to stand up and show your soul. Soul on deck shines like gold in dark times. The light of the soul throws sparks, can send up flares, build signal fires, cause proper matter to catch fire, to display the lantern of soul in shadowy times like these, to be fierce and to show mercy towards others. Both are acts of immense bravery and greatest necessity. We do the work on our mat so that we may purify and shine out and influence this world. Take rest, my friends. It is in the stillness that we cultivate these qualities of faith so that we may serve this world and ourselves. I truly invite you to linger here at least 5 minutes, just taking rest in the pure essence of your own soul.